everyone, showing today the ultimate VW resto mod build, a classic Volkswagen Scirocco. This is a 78, we gotta pop the hood, we gotta go for a drive. This is cable shifted, naturally aspirated 400 horsepower. And here we go. Look at that, we got little hood struts lifting that thing up on its own, no more hood prop. God, this thing is clean. We have a shaved engine bay, super nice detail. This is a R32 VR6. This is out of a very cool Volkswagen offered in the early 2000s. This one has a couple extra get up and go bits underneath. So we have a ported and polished head, the full exhaust and intake system to support that. And this thing's cranked up to around 400 at the crank, which is killer. The transmission is built up and cable shifted. We'll show you that in a moment. The intake manifold has also been polished, and you see it's painted up top here. Our engine cover painted up beautifully with the R32 badge. And there is a laundry list of high-end parts making this all come together. You see your dipstick even has an ECS billet handle on it. Talking about going the extra mile. Big K&N pod filter. We got a nice paint match strut tower brace. And I want you to notice something in here. Every little bit of hardware, even these Allen heads, they're all stainless steel. Not only is it great for show, but it's a little bit harder and corrosion resistant. How about that? Nice billet caps put on top of the coilovers we have up front. You see we have some rigid poly engine mounts on either side. The transmission is beautifully detailed and paint matched. This is over the top. I mean, look at the booster with the copper lines coming out of that. We have a polished reservoir. This is a show car. God, that's beautiful. One thing I haven't touched on yet is the cooling system. We have an aluminum radiator. It's a cross-flow unit with dual electric fans. Very nice to be paired with on our modern engine in here. This thing is awesome, and it is overbuilt, I would say. Closes up perfectly. Now up front we have some impressive details to talk about. This is a custom front bumper with a Kamei front valance on it. So this lip not only does it have a functional duct, it gives the car lower ground effects, function and form. We have the R32 badging in the grille, the blacked out VW logo. We have custom Bosh headlights. Gosh, this car is sick. And you look at these side indicators, they almost blend in, but they're smoked out, and they've done a professional job at doing that. We have a tucked and shaved bumper. We also have the side marker light shaved out of here too, just giving this thing a really slick look. And God, this HEMI orange paint. I have Volkswagen Motorsport badging. Something you guys should know before they put this car back together. This was a rotisserie restoration. The car was stripped to bare metal, and it was put back together with really close attention to detail. Look at these gaps. This is insane. If you're wondering what we're riding on, we got a set of Enkei 5-spoke wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Super Sports. I'm a big fan of that tire, and we're packing disc brakes at all 4 corners in this light little package. I want to point out the fitment. Look how that hatch wraps around the quarter panel, the fitment of those new taillight lenses. And there is something missing out back here. The bumper has been removed and the rear valance has been shaved, and there's no trace of it. It looks like this car could have been born that way. And you get a look at our stainless steel exhaust out there. I love the way that exits. It's a Borla 3-inch stainless system. This thing sounds incredible, as you might have heard. R32 badge, of course, keeping it in theme. This looks like an R32 of the era. I think they killed it. Wait till you see this. More of those hydraulic shocks for all our doors. Down here, we have a faux wood floor, which I dig. We have an ATI fuel cell with a surge tank. We've got that paint matched tie bar connecting our strut towers. It even brings it into the body. This is all business. Up under here, we have our battery hold down and battery box. You're not gonna worry about that flying anywhere when you're taking advantage of all the G-force this car can withstand. Down the side here, you're gonna find our fuel cap, which is painted to match the body color, which looks phenomenal. There's no notable blemishes to point out to you guys. This has all of the factory soft ray tinted glass from VW. And we're a broken record now. The paint and body is just as beautiful over here. This is all the glass, the trim, the mirrors, the VW Motorsport badging is a really cool touch. This car is business. I know it's very capable, but it is impressively clean. All right, now we're gonna take a deep dive in the interior. First thing to touch on, those doors like open absolutely perfectly. Not surprising with this car. We have new door cards, we have new weather stripping, door seals, we have nice billet window cranks, new speakers. This is impressive. Notice our door sills have the Scirocco badging on the sill plates, and you come in and you're gonna find new carpet, new dash, freshly recovered Corrado G60 seats. These are out of another hot Volkswagen. This car is a Frankenstein of the best VW ever offered. We have a half cage in here, and behind that we have the factory Scirocco rear seats, which are in excellent shape. And fixed to that cage, we have our G-Force racing harnesses. It's a 4-point harness. These are in wonderful shape as well. We've got our factory handbrake on the floor. We have a TR Racing shifter with a nice tall billet handle. This is cable shifted. It's incredibly tight, incredibly notchy, and some of the best that's available. As we come up to the new dash pad, we have our factory gauges behind this beautiful steering wheel. And what we have over here is Edge Motorsport's C2S, I believe it was, monitoring system. So that'll show us some of our vitals. It's pretty trick how they blended that in there. A factory looking pedal box with one upgrade being that VR6 pedal, which looks right at home in here. And look inside our glove box. That is very clean too, and we got a spare R32 badge. Definitely a car you have to drive with intent. Joey, I don't know if we should sell this thing. This thing is a riot. I thought it was 400 crank, but it's very aggressive. This car is so light. The clutch is heavy and it's doing its job. It is a competition clutch, but I think it's built to be beaten on, man. This thing goes. We have a Quaife LSD up front. Our gauges are working. You hear our fuel pump running out back. That's awesome. Shifter feels like $1,000,000. Tight and notchy. They're very close together. Seats are comfortable. Pedal position is good. I'm about 5'10", 5'11". Downshifts through the gears nice, brakes good, and you could guess it, it steers very tight. that is a complete riot. The two-step is the treat on top. Paint is show quality. Mechanically, this thing feels tight as can be. If you want to know anything more, check us out. We put a link down in the description of these videos where you could view the full listing. Call us too at any time. It's 248-714-2110. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoy what you saw. Peace.